name is Tara Redfield. I am a food writer in Los Angeles, and today I am with guest chef Christine Oppenheim, who is a private vegan chef and owner of Veggie Fixation in Santa Monica. And today she's going to show us how to make vegan Snickerdoodle Cupcakes.
Thank you, Tara. I'm excited about this. Snickerdoodle is basically all about sugar and cinnamon, so two of my favorite things. So we start with our non-dairy milk, and right now I have some almond milk in here that's been sitting for about 10 to 15 minutes. All you need is 5 minutes, really, with a little bit of apple cider vinegar to just let it curdle, and that replaces the egg to help it bind and leaven.
Okay.
So we have that sitting, and then to that we can add about a cup of, 3/4 of a cup of sugar.
And this is for about how many cupcakes?
This is going to be about a dozen cupcakes.
Okay. And how much milk was that in there?
That was a cup of milk.
Okay, great.
So a cup of milk, 3/4 of a cup of sugar, and then we have, I use grapeseed oil. You can use canola oil or whatever other flavorless oil you like to use. So that is 1/3 of a cup of the oil. And then into it we're also going to throw, we're going to throw our vanilla extract. And we have a teaspoon or 2 of that.
Okay, depending on how
much vanilla richness you want. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we throw in some blackstrap molasses as well. And this is another one that it depends on how rich you want it. If you're using brown sugar, you don't even need to use the molasses, but I like the taste and the smell and the textures of the molasses over the brown sugar. And Snickerdoodle doesn't necessarily traditionally have molasses. I just think it adds a nice earthy richness to it.
Great.
A little extra iron too, since we are making it vegan, you know. So I'll set this aside, and then I'll whisk that after I get these ready. So here I have 1 1/4 cups of flour.
Okay.
And then to that I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of arrowroot. Arrowroot's kind of the same as a cornstarch or tapioca starch, so you can use one of those instead. I have in here a mix of 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
And then lastly, the most important thing, cinnamon. And we use at least a tablespoon of cinnamon for this. So we're not getting shy on the cinnamon here. And I'll use this to just whisk it a little bit and get everything all mixed together.
And do we need sugar at all, or it's...
The sugar is in our wet ingredients.
Right. Okay,
great. And then with our wet ingredients, we just want to mix it till it's nicely combined and all that sugar is dissolved. And once I have that done,
that's good.
I can smell the molasses over everything.
Vanilla,
I think.
yeah.
We'll take that and just whisk that a little bit too. And so we whisk this just to get it started, and then what I'll do is I'll just finish by folding it in, because we don't want to over mix our batter or we'll end up with tough cupcakes. So I just want to scrape down the sides of the bowl, make sure that I'm not over mixing it, just folding it in a little bit. And then we just want to make sure to incorporate everything, and once everything is in there, then we are good to go. So this looks nice and well mixed, and we're ready to put in our cupcake liner.
Okay.
Our oven has been preheating at 350, so it should be ready for us by now.
And so you mix this till not quite a super creamy texture, but a little bit of like chunkiness.
A few lumps are okay. You just don't want a lot of lumps, but a couple are fine.
Great.
And so I like to use my little cookie dough scooper, and that helps to keep it even. And you just put it into our cupcake liners. And for this size scooper, I'm going to usually do about 1 1/2. I want my cupcake liners to be about 2/3 full, so it's not overflowing and, you know, it's not below the liner. You're getting that little cupcake top.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so these are filled up, and we'll finish scooping them, and we will put them in the oven. All right, here are the finished vegan Snickerdoodle Cupcakes. They look amazing, Christine.
Thank you.
And tell us a little bit about the icing that you put on here.
I used just a basic frosting of non-hydrogenated shortening and powdered sugar. And then into it, since we're having our cinnamon as a theme, I mixed a little bit of cinnamon into that too. Sprinkled some cinnamon on top.
Yum.
Lots of cinnamon.
Lots of cinnamon. That's what makes it Snickerdoodle. Well, these look amazing. Thank you so much, Christine.
My pleasure.